What's up, everybody? We are podcast Gameoverse episode 119. It's Saturday, so you know what that means. That's right, video games, and we have them. I'm Wasabi Ice Cream, and we got Rick. Rick's here.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Rick here in the house. I'm excited. I've been playing a lot of games I want to talk about. We have a special guest on the show, friend of the channel. Clay is with us as well. Tell the people who you are, Clay.
Hey, everybody. I'm Clay from NerdJunkies.com, and as usual, I'm just here for Rick.
I got that effect on people. What can I say?
Just like everybody.
But...
We're all just here for Rick. That's it.
Yeah.
Send tweet.
Anyway, we got stuff to talk about. Not too much has happened this last week. We kind of hit everything last week with Gamescom and all the other big announcements. We have some pretty big things to talk about right now, but let's start where we always start, man. Tell the people what you've been playing, Sabi.
Guys, have you heard about this game called Disney Dreamlight Valley?
I am currently playing it.
Yes.
Okay, this is what I wanted to hear about, because I heard it's like way better than it has any right to be.
So okay, Hamtaro's looking at us sideways a little bit. I look, man. If
Hamtaro has a problem, he can just go back to, sweating IGN. Okay, buddy? All right, there you go.
So it's Dreamlight Valley, as the name suggests. It's like a Stardew Valley mixed with a little bit of Animal Crossing, which is what Stardew Valley pretty much is anyway. But for Disney, so there's a bunch of Disney characters running around, and you have your Disney created character, and you just run around and do shit for the Disney people, creatures and
the
stuff.
Disney people, the Disney denizens.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all you do. It's you have like an energy bar, and your energy goes down the more you do things.
Which is stupid, by the way.
Which is stupid because you can just walk into your house and then walk out, and then all your energy comes back.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, first off, the game is good. It's fun. Good. If you like Animal Crossing, it's solid. Speaking of like Disney games that have no right being that good, this is one of them. But also, like, I don't know if you all ever played that like Disneyland Adventures game that was on. It's like on Game Pass, and it's been on there for years because Microsoft like published it. But it's like, also a solid game. So Disney has these really weird games that are really good. Dreamlight Valley is one of them. The energy bar system makes absolutely no sense because it's like, hey, you need more energy because you're out of energy, so you can't like go do whatever. Okay, you walk into your house and you leave, you're back to full energy. Or you just walk across any tree or bush and you eat something, and then that restores your energy. And it's like, so why is that even there?
Yeah, and that's what I was just eating the apples. It's like, okay, I can just get my energy back. But then once I found out you could just walk into your house, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna save my apples and just walk into the house. I guess once you get further out into the game, your house won't be as close. Because I definitely spent several hours just cleaning up they put all these like what's it called, like dark night thorns or something like that.
I forgot what they were called.
Yeah,
Dream thorns or something like that. Or,
they put all this garbage out in the main town area, and to clean it up, you use your energy. So what they're suggesting is that you can't clean up everything in one go. You got to like do as much as you can, then get your energy back, then go do a little bit more, get your energy back. But once you figure out your house is just right there, you can just spend several hours just cleaning up everything. And that's what I did.
The energy on the screen, by the way, is at the top left.
Yeah.
If you like jump back a few seconds, it'll show you what it looks like, but it's which you're currently out. But it's like, it's a solid game. If you like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, it's that plus Disney, and it's good.
I feel like there's a lot of overlap with like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley fans and Disney fans. I just feel like fan bases that get along very well. You know what I mean?
Well, and because it's Disney, it's third party. This is going to be available on everything. So like
Yeah.
For everybody out there who just doesn't want to switch, or if you're just PC gamer or something like that, this is on that.
That's good.
And it's on everything, and it has like cloud saves, so you can transfer your save between whatever you're playing on.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's a solid game.
It's one of those where you can just kind of just tune out and just kind of just lean back and do mindless tasks, do fishing. It's got like fishing and cooking, everything you would expect from these games. The only thing that it does it have any sort of combat?
No, okay. I'm not that I've seen. For the most part, it's just harvesting, like collecting stuff, and like puzzle solving with giant air quotes around the word with the word puzzle.
Yeah.
Because it's like this is not a game meant for strategy buff people. This is designed for kids. It's not hard.
Yeah.
And as far as I've seen so far, like I've been playing a few hours. I've got Remy from Ratatouille in my town now. Like I went to his little world and got him, but like I haven't seen anything that's combat yet.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that I would. Yeah, something like that would be nice to have, just to kind of mix it up, because that's something that like Stardew Valley does. Is like you can dive into like the dungeons and then get like ores and stuff and build like weapons and shit. This doesn't really have that. This has a huge emphasis on clothing items. So
oh man, everywhere.
Yeah, clothing items and very limited storage. I think that's how they get you.
Which is that's your standard Animal Crossing right there, where it's like, oh man, there's all this stuff I can collect, and it's like, but you only have 8 slots.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like similar to an Animal Crossing game, you'll just be dumping stuff all over the floor of your house to save it, or you can actually build chests to like store things in. So like you could just line your house with chests, but it's basically similar to an Animal Crossing game. You're constantly going to be collecting things and selling them, so you get money, so you can upgrade your house, so you can upgrade your storage. And then everything else in the game is like, hey, here's Goofy. He has a store that you can sell things, or you can buy and sell, but you can only buy 2 things right now, so you need more money. So you can upgrade Goofy's store, because apparently you're the one responsible for upgrading everything for everybody in the game.
Yeah.
It's like, why doesn't Goofy go get a job? Nope. You gotta do it. Like Scrooge McDuck, the richest duck in the world.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, you need to upgrade my store for $10,000. And it's like, what?
That's why he's so rich, man. He has other people spend their money.
That's really it, man. It's like, what, Scrooge, you're the richest dude ever. And he's like, yeah, and I'm totally going to hook you up. Like, you're investing, and you're going to get a return on this. And then he's like, hey, thanks for spending $4 billion on my store. Here's your return. And it's like $50.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, you jerk. The game's fun. The game's fun. Like, why is it that fun? Because if you like those, Animal Crossing style games, this is good.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love Animal Crossing. I always have. Yeah.
And I've never gotten into the current Animal Crossing, so I never got into Stardew Valley. So
I've never played Stardew Valley. I hear it's really good.
I hear it's really good. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe I need to give it a better shot. It's just my big thing is controller support, and Stardew Valley has it, but it's not. It's a lot of menuing with a controller, which is not. It's just not ideal, I think. But
I can see that.
Yeah. Dreamlight Valley though, it's dope. If you just want something real chill and laid back, it's your game, I think.
It is good.
That's good. I might check it out. It's on Game Pass, so I might just give it a quick try.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass. It'll be on other platforms too. So like if you're just, whatever you have.
It's still early access.
Everybody should have Game Pass anyway.
It's still early access too, so maybe they'll be adding more stuff to it. But
I'm sure they will. It's
they definitely will.
Because it also has microtransactions in it. So like
okay.
So like you can there's a whole store menu in there where you can just buy stuff that's outside of like the normal game. Like they'll do like little promotions. I think right now it's like Pixar or something like that. So you can have like Pixar themed clothing or something like that. And those you can either, grind like crazy or you can just buy. So they're just going to keep dumping stuff into this game.
Yeah. But yeah, it's never anything. I forgot that it had microtransactions, but yeah, it does like have that, and like a battle pass. Like each character has their own type of battle pass, to where you level up like Goofy, and then you can buy Goofy related stuff from him, or you unlock.
What?
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, Wasabi, because you've been playing this. I don't. I think you could. So like everybody maxes out at like friend level 10. And that's like their battle pass thing right there. It's like level 10, but it's like I'm pretty sure. Like I'm still fairly early in the game. It's like I'm pretty sure you can just do that whenever you want. Like Goofy, like you just go fishing with them and you'll just max them out.
I haven't done a lot of stuff for people. I've just been doing I've just been mindlessly clearing out all the garbage, and I'm like, I'm gonna crack all these rocks because. Like all I've been doing is just making everything cosmetically clean in the town. I've not been helping anyone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think maybe
the game is going to make you do that pretty soon.
Oh yeah, I figure.
Yeah, like the game basically is going to wall you off and be like, you need to be friend level 3 with like 5 people, and until you do that, there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah. I figured they would do that. But
I think give it a try. It's on Game Pass, so I might give it a shot later. Sounds fun.
It's pretty solid. It's not bad at all.
It's good. Anything else you've been playing? I saw in the notes you've been playing Temtem, the Pokemon killer, right?
Very little Temtem. You know what? Here's what I'll say about Temtem, because I played very little, not really enough to really dig into it. But I will say this: immediately noticeable. It's not just a Pokemon clone.
Okay.
I think a lot of people, they look at this game as like, oh, it's just Pokemon. But no, they actually differentiate themselves like right off the bat, and I like that about it. One of the things it does is that it doesn't just use the same, water, fire, leaf, electric type shit. It doesn't do that. What it does is like, I forget what they call it. It's like crystal, mental, I forget what the fucking shit is, but it's like right off the bat it gives you different shit. So you're not picking fire, water, and leaf. You're picking like crystal, mental, and I forget what the other one is. So the one I have, I'm showing some gameplay right now. The one I picked was mental. So he's like a psychic Pokemon, basically. Like it lets you start with pretty unique Pokemon that you can do some cool stuff with. Pokemon, they're called Temtem in this, but and they still do have like those like normal traits, but their base stuff is more different than what you would get in a typical Pokemon game. And then on top of that, when you're doing attacks, your special attacks, you can only use them after you've done a certain number of turns in battle. So if I wanted to use like my psychic type move, sometime it would be like, hey, you have to get 3 turns in this battle before you can use your special moves. So that's one of the things about Pokemon is that if you're a fire type and you're going against like a leaf type, you're gonna use your fire moves right off the bat because you already know that that's the fucking move that's gonna kill. So in Pokemon, you're just using fire all the time if that's what you're going to do. But in this, you have to wait at least 3 turns before you can use your fire move. Or
Yeah,
you have
I
to
don't know
wait.
how I feel about that. That's really interesting.
It's a different way to mix it up because now the other, like, you can use a different type on purpose and you still have like a fighting chance because they're not going to just fuck you up in the first move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's an interesting way to kind of
That's interesting. Yeah,
mix it up a little.
I might check it out. What'd you play Temtem on?
I got on PC. I got a code from Humble, so I didn't pay for it, but it's like $50. It's like a $50 game, so there's that. But I think it seems like it's worth it, though. It seems like it's worth it. It seems.
I'll check it out.
It is an MMO too. It's an MMO, so like right off the bat, it lets you kind of just get in there and start doing some
doing MMO shit.
Yeah.
That's good. I might check it out then because I've been looking for something to scratch that Pokemon itch. Because the newest Pokemon game, fucking Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, like we're not good. They're huge steps down. Like as a person who likes Sword and Shield, after all the DLC expansions came out, and then they released the remake of Diamond and Pearl, and that's just like a total step back from like everything Pokemon's been building up to. So I need something to like kind of scratch that itch. Although I'll probably just pick up the next Pokemon game when that comes out, but we'll see. That's cool though. That's really cool. So would you recommend this to somebody who's like maybe into Pokemon and wants a different experience or wants like another monster collecting game to kind of scratch that itch? Would you recommend this?
Definitely. I mean, that's the audience we're going for. So it's not like
I'll check it out.
If you hate Pokemon, you're gonna love that. Oh well, actually, that's the thing. You can please everyone with this, I think, because it's close enough to Pokemon that the Pokemon fans will love it. But if you've like fallen out with Pokemon, like I have, it's also good for that because it's different enough too, to where it still feels kind of unique. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool, I think. So
check it out for sure then. That sounds something that I would like really be into. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I really want to play it now. Anything else you've been playing you want to talk about?
That's all I got.
All right, I'm about to drop into a bunch of different games. So Clay, is there anything that you want to talk about before I go on like my tangent?
Tell you what, I'll mention a few things. So I did try out that Edge Runners update for Cyberpunk.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is a whole crazy big 5-second mission.
Yeah, it's not a big mission.
It is like literally go here and talk to this guy, and then you pick up a coat, and that's the tie-in to the show.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, that was worth it. But
there's a couple of sneaky things in the world though that the game updated that I didn't notice the first time.
They added more content. I'll say that.
Yeah,
like I was getting like after I finished the game like earlier this year or whatever, it was like I had nothing else to do. Like I was like out of stuff to do. And then like in this one, after I was done with that little Edge Runners tie-in thing, I was like, I started getting calls all over the place. And people were like, yo, V, come do something for me. And I was like, oh, cool, I have stuff to do now. So they added more missions and crap into the game. When I was like, good, because I was like, it gave me some time to do that. So that was cool to jump back into the game. I'm not a huge fan of the story of the game, but the gameplay was solid. So I was like, all right, I'll do that. Wasabi, I put this on your like on the Discord. I tried out Immortality.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Dude, like that game just literally needs to slap you in the face and tell you what you need to do. Because you're just watching this movie and it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? And it's like, just by reading the achievements for the game, I was like, oh, for anybody out there, public service announcement, you're supposed to get all of the video footage. That's the entire point of the game.
Well, you're not
supposed to.
I think you're not really supposed to get all the footage. It's a thing you can do, but not all of the thing about it is there's a thing happening in the story that it wants you to figure out. There's a thing it wants you to figure out. Oh yeah. Like even after you've seen all the footage, there's still a thing you have to figure out about all the videos that there's a thing it wants you to figure out. That's the thing about it.
Because I'm watching it and I'm like, you click on, oh, hey, look, it's an apple. Let me click on the apple. And it takes you to another video. And then you're watching the other video. And it's like, oh, hey, that's a flower. Let me click on the flower. And then it goes to another video. And it's like, what am I doing?
No, because
what is the point of this?
Once you've watched enough videos, something happens. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? And then that's what's supposed to kind of hook you into finding out what the fuck is happening here. There's a thing that happens where you go, what the fuck is happening? And then you, as a player, are supposed to want to figure out what the fuck is happening. Like that I think that's what the point is. And then it's up to you to like determine, okay, now that I've seen all of this, I'm satisfied with what I know. Without even having watched everything, you can be satisfied, like, okay, I've figured out what's happening here. Or it's the same way Her Story was. Like, Her Story has more videos than you need to figure out what's happening, but you can technically watch all of them. Some of them have nothing to do with anything, but there is like an overarching what is happening here thing that you can figure out.
I did play Her Story back when it first came out, so that was years ago, but like, I don't even remember what the point of that game was either.
It's a similar thing where it's like, hey, there's all these videos, but something is happening here, and that's the thing you have to figure out. Yeah.
So yeah, that was weird. Oh, and also I asked a buddy of mine about this. He didn't know. So on Game Pass, I'm just loading up everything on Game Pass, but like, have you all played Tinykin?
Not yet.
No, I heard it was good. Yeah, it's on my list.
It's really damn fun. And I was asking a buddy of mine, I was like, because I've actually never played a Pikmin game before, and I was like, is this what Pikmin is? And he was like, nah, man, Pikmin sucks. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, because I've never played Pikmin. So I'm like, I think that's what this is. Like, is this just like a ripoff of Pikmin? And it was like, I don't know. I never got like a straight answer.
Yeah, basically, yes. But
okay.
The consensus I've heard is that this is like Pikmin for anyone who doesn't have a Nintendo console.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, it's really fun.
You might like Pikmin then. Give it a try. You have a Switch, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Pikmin 3 is on Switch. I would say give it a try. If you like that kind of style of game, you might like Pikmin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing quite a few games I want to go over. First thing I want to talk about is another Game Pass game. So what can I say?
Yeah.
Game Pass is a great fucking deal, man. Like everyone should get it. I mean, I played a Metal Hellsinger, and it is so fucking good. It is a great game. So I was worried about it. Those of you who don't know, it's a rhythm-based FPS. And already you're kind of like, okay, is that going to be good? Is it going to be terrible? Is it going to be good? It's really fucking good. So I think what I like about it, and I think the consensus with this, I never played Bullets Per Minute. I'll throw that out there. Everyone tells you that Bullets Per Minute wasn't as good as it could have been. I think what separates this is that the only thing you have to really do on beat, because the game plays music in the background, and there's a beat to it that is visualized in the crosshair. There's like symbols that go to the crosshair when you have to time it with that. But what's cool is the beat's really consistent. It doesn't change throughout the game. So if you can learn the beat, you can figure it out without having to look at that crosshair and keep your focus on something else. But what's really cool about it is that it plays very similar to 2016 Doom. Not Doom Eternal, but 2016 Doom. Because it has these glory kills that can heal you on your kill. And what's really cool is that that's played on the beat too. And the game doesn't, how can I word it? The game doesn't totally punish you for being offbeat. So if you're offbeat, it's not like your attacks don't go out. They just do less damage. So there's the incentive there to play on beat. And as you play, you build this multiplier, and the higher the multiplier goes all the way up to 16. So it starts at 2, 4, 8, 16. And as you build up, it adds more instruments to the song. And then 16, the max, is when the vocals kick in. And it is so fucking cool once those vocals kick in and the track's playing over you and you're just mowing down demons. It feels really, really fucking good. And what's really cool is that, again, you can learn that beat as you're playing. You don't have to completely focus on the crosshair. It's really simple, just like as long as you remember that, you're shooting on it, reloading on it, you can dash on it, and it feels really fucking good to play through. And every weapon is really, really unique in how they handle. The sword is one of my favorites. It's a weapon that doesn't leave your side, so you're always gonna have it with whatever loadout you have. But the sword's cool because if you attack on beat, you build up a combo with it, and the last hit of that combo does more damage than the other two hits. So there's incentive to keep using that melee weapon to in case stay on beat with it. And every single weapon has like an ultimate ability that gives it another cool little push. Like the shotgun, for example, has an ultimate shot that kills almost anything in one hit. So it's really good for those really tough enemies. Even reloading is fun because it has an active reload system. So if you reload on beat, you can do it faster and get back to shooting shit. It's so cool how the game keeps you engaged the whole time you're playing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Same with the revolvers. Those are one of my favorite weapons. They're the most accurate weapon in the game. And the same thing, if you just hit the reload button, you gotta wait through a whole animation. But there's a little gold symbol that shows up on the crosshair. And if you time with that gold symbol, it's like an active reload. It does the reload a lot faster. So instead of it being like on the fourth beat, you can do it on the second beat and then get back into shooting. And all the weapons that have a reload animation do that. There's a crossbow, that's one of my favorites. That's basically the game's rocket launcher because it has an area of effect explosion. And you can kind of rocket jump with it too, which is something I found out by accident. And that's the same thing. It fires 2 shots and you got to reload, but you can just shoot, reload, active reload, and then back to shooting. It's really, really cool. And the game rewards that by giving you a higher score. And you guys know me. I'm a Devil May Cry player, so I'm a huge like score junkie. Luckily, the game doesn't tell you like, oh, you got an S ranking, a B, or an A. So I'm not over here replaying levels to do that. But what it does show you is a global leaderboard, like what you've scored in. And the last level I played, I scored like 10 million. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good. And I was like at a rank 1,000. And I was like, okay, I wonder what like top 100s are. Top 100s are like, or the top 10 is like 50,000 and number 10 is like 13. So I'm like, okay, if I like play a little bit better, maybe I can break into top 10. And that's worse for me than just giving me a letter ranking. But the game's fun and the music is so good. Those of you who don't know, the game invited a lot of singers from different metal bands. I don't know all their names, but Matt Heffy, I think is his name, from Trivium is in it. Serge Tankin from System of a Down is in it. What's her name from Arch Enemy's in it. So if you're a metal fan, there's probably a singer in here you recognize. And I'm not a huge metal fan. I know these names just kind of in passing because I have friends who are huge metalheads. Like I have a buddy who's like a huge fan of Arch Enemy, so I know he'd love this game because he loves Arch Enemy. But even then, the music is all really good. It's all written by one guy. It's credited as Two Feathers. I don't know who that is. If that's a name that means something to you, let me know in the chat. But he wrote all the songs. He composed all the songs. These singers are guests on it doing the vocals, and all of them fucking slap, dude. All the music is phenomenal in this game. With special attention, I want to give to some of my favorite songs so far are Stygia. It's like the second level in the game with Alyssa, that's her name, Alyssa White from Arch Enemy. And another really good one that it's a level I just finished the other night is This Devastation with Matt Heffy from Trivium are some of my 2 favorites. But honestly, every track in this game fucking slaps. And the game's not too long. I'm almost done with it. How long to beat quotes it around like 4 hours if you just want to finish it. But completing it takes like 10 because every level, when you finish a level, it unlocks 3 new like challenges you can take on. And those challenges unlock perks that you can strap onto your character to give you a little boost. So for example, one challenge is like, oh, every time you kill someone, the game switches the weapon to a random weapon on you. You gotta kill like 100 enemies that way. And once you do it, you unlock a perk that you can attach to your character that gives you infinite ammo for like 9 shots or something when you switch your weapon when you play the main game. So there's incentive there too to do these challenges, get these perks, bring them onto the game, and get a higher score. It's so cool the way the game works together with everything. Like everything that's designed in this game just meshes so well. And there's a story here that's really cool. That's narrated that I wasn't expecting. I just thought I was going to go in, fuck some shit up. But there's actually a story here you'll get invested to. There's, oh my God, I can't stress how much fun I'm having with this game. If you're the kind of person who likes Doom 2016, but you kind of got a little overwhelmed with how Doom Eternal kind of threw so much stuff at you. Every enemy has a different weakness. Yeah, if you're like Wasabi, you might like Hellsinger because it's a little bit more stripped back. The only thing that carries over from Doom are the glory kills, which are used to give you more health. But the game kind of strips back a lot of those other crazy mechanics. As long as you can play it on beat, the game rewards that, gives you a higher score, makes enemies easier to kill. And what's cool is that once you start to learn the game, you start unlocking some hidden mechanics underneath the hood that you weren't expecting. Like one thing I like doing is after playing enough, you can kind of learn if you hit an attack on beat, how many shots it takes to kill an enemy, or how many shots it takes to like put them into that state to glory kill them. Like zombies, for example, 2 hits from the sword, enter glory kill state. So you can time that, cut, glory kill, cut, glory kill, without having to like think about it because you know what it's going to take to do it. It's really fun. Like it rewards you the more you play it, the better you get used to it. It rewards that because you can start to figure out these patterns a lot more easily. It's just fuck. I'm having so much fun with this game, dude. It's really, really good. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I wanted to go back and play Bullets Per Minute because that was kind of the first like FPS rhythm game, but everyone tells us not to even bother, that Metal Hellsinger is just so much better in every way. But I still want to go back and try it just to give it a shot because there's nothing else like this right now. And I'm sad because I know once I finish it, I'm not going to have anything else to scratch that itch. So yeah, it's good. It's definitely a recommended from me. It's available on current gen systems, which is something that threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. It's only available on current gen systems, so PS5, Xbox Series, and PC.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so
does it take advantage of that in any way, or is it just
some of the bosses have some really, really cool what's the term I'm looking for? Visual effects, lighting effects, pixel effects that I really liked, but I didn't. It's nothing I noticed that you can't do on last gen.
Yeah.
But for what I've been told, reading some developer diaries, they want to focus on current gens that can give the best possible version of the game without last gen versions having to hold them back in development, which I can respect. It's a smaller team that put this together.
That is a great thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can respect that. So I felt bad because like that buddy of mine is like a huge Arch Enemy fan. I sent him the trailer to this game. Like, dude, check this game out. You're gonna like it. And he's like, I would, but I don't have a PS5. And I rewatched the trailer. I was like, oh shit, that's right. It's not on PS4 or Xbox One. Bummer. It's just on the current gen system. So, there you go. If you want, yeah. So there you go. If you wanted, we talk about it all the time on the show that current gen needs more exclusives. I would rather it be something you can't play on last gen, but it's good the developers acknowledge like, hey, that's too much of a workload for us to make last gen possible. We're just going to focus on current gen right now, so we can give the best possible experience of this game without anything else holding it back. And I can respect that. It sucks for people who want to play it because it definitely could run on your PS4 Xbox One if they wanted it to, but it's good that they're not letting it distract them from the development process. Yeah, I talked too much about this, but it's really that good. Go check it out. It's on Game Pass. Doesn't cost you a thing to try it, but it's on everything else. I think it's like $30-$40, and it's definitely worth it because it's such a fun experience. I'm having a blast with it, and I really, really recommend anyone who's remotely into like rhythm games or first-person shooters, check this out. Even if you're just a first-person shooter fan, the shooting mechanics are very solid. It feels really good. So just on that alone, I think most people will enjoy it. It meshes those two genres very well, and I love what I was playing. Moving on, I finally picked up Dusk Diver on my Switch. It was like $8 on sale. It's okay. There's not a lot to say about it. I played it. I wanted something like scratch that Devil May Cry itch, and it kind of does that. but it's a lot more simple and neutered than the complexities I expect from a Devil May Cry like. But there's enough in there to like make it fun. It's like a mix between Devil May Cry and like the Musou games because of how many enemies it throws at you. So if you want something that's pretty inexpensive, kind of crosses those two together, this might be worth checking out. But get it like really cheap. I wouldn't recommend breaking bank on it. The sequel's set to come out pretty soon. That's supposed to be a lot better, so I might try that after I finish this. But it's definitely something that's worth checking out if you can get it for cheap or free. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but ever since I watched the Edge Runners anime, I've just fallen hard back into Cyberpunk. I love the world. I love the characters. I like the story. I love everything about it. And I've fallen back in hard with it. I play at least a couple hours every night. Which, by the way, have you guys seen the Edge Runners anime yet? Or is it just me?
I saw the first episode. I haven't watched any more yet.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think of that first episode?
Okay, like disclosure, I'm not a huge anime fan in general, so it was not okay. Like the first episode was cool, like just for like setting the story, which I'm sure is going to get better. But it was like, I get it. It's like the weird like high school drama that the kid is in. I'm just like, what are we doing here, man?
That becomes not a thing in the next episode. That stops being a thing in episode 2. So definitely it I don't want to spoil anything, but it kind of subverts your expectations. It plays it very anime to the cuff in the first episode, I'll be honest, but after that second episode, and you'll know what I mean when you watch it, shit changes and it turns into a different show.
Okay.
And keep trying it. Keep watching it. It's really good. If you're like me and you like very character-driven series with characters that are very easy to like, that you can understand, that make mistakes, you'll like Cyberpunk because it's a very character-focused show.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it. I just the first episode, I mean, like it hasn't really grabbed me yet, but I'm gonna finish it just to
watch the second episode. The second episode will grab you, trust me. It's really, really good. I loved it. I watched it in like 2 sittings. I love that show.
Yeah.
What about you, Sab? I know you were talking about you wanted to check it out. Did you have a chance to watch it yet?
Nope.
You should watch it, dude. It's good. Yeah. It's really good.
Hamtaro in the chat. Yeah, chrome the fuck up, Choom.
Yeah, it's good, dude. It's really good. It's really fucking good. And I want to talk more about it, but I don't want to spoil it. So your homework, guys, watch it. Next week we'll talk about it. It's a really, really, really good show, and I love it. It's some of the best cyberpunk fiction I've ever experienced in a long time. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to talk any more about it, but it's good. It's fucking good. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. It's really fun. I still like it. I feel like the show kind of reinvigorated my love for the world of Cyberpunk 2077, and I fell back into the game hard, dude. I also played the demo for Superfuse. It's an ARPG I talked about in the Discord months ago. They have a short demo up that you can play right now. It's a limited time demo, and I got some shit to say about it.
Here we go.
From that demo, it's a short demo. You can finish it in like 15 minutes. It's kind of sad how short it is, but it's meant to just be a quick experience. From a little bit I played, they start you off at a character level 10 with more abilities than you should have at that level, and they give you some options to experiment, play with how the abilities work. I can see the potential there. The game sells itself on having like skill trees on skill trees on skill trees to completely customize how your abilities work. You can have a move that's like a I played the Berserker character, for example. You can have a move that's like a super jump. You jump in the air, crash back down. You can affect if it has the area of effect, if it knocks enemies back, if it knocks them back, how far it knocks them back, if it can heal you on hit, if it can teleport you to the enemy, if you target enemy before you do it, or if it just works in place. There's so much you can customize for these abilities. It's insane. You can customize there's a stun effect on it. You can customize how much damage it does. It's really, really cool with how well this game works with its customization. It really lets you build a character how you want. I couldn't experience it too much in the demo because of how limited it was, but I could see the potential there. to unlock more stuff and to completely build out the character you want to make and you want to play. Downside to it, the performance wasn't the best, but I assume that's because it was a demo. They probably didn't have the most optimized build out yet, so I'm going to forgive it for that. But one thing that did bug me, and it's a small nitpick that's probably not going to be a problem when the game comes out. ARPGs have an established rule set. You know, there are your special abilities that cost your resource, and then there's like your primary ability or your resource generator. You know, your left click attack. The attack doesn't cost anything, the one you can fall back on when you use up all your resource. That's not a thing in this game. I was surprised to see that my basic punch still cost me energy.
Ooh.
And yeah, after looking at the character screen, because I finally looked at my abilities, I was like, why use that punch if it still costs me energy? It costs me like 5 energy to use that punch. Where my like super jump that I was explaining earlier costs me 7. And it does twice the damage my punch does and has an AoE effect. So I can hit more enemies with it. So I'm like, why would I even bother using my standard punch then? And after I stopped doing that, I just started jumping as my primary attack. That's what I started to think, like, maybe that's part of the design of the game, is that you want to just build up these crazy effects. And so instead of having a huge arsenal of like all these different abilities, you want to focus on a couple of them that you customize. Because that's kind of what I stopped doing. I stopped focusing on that punch. I stopped focusing on the the low damage stuff because it costs about as much energy as the high damage stuff.
Yeah, from what it sounds like, maybe you can take that punch and just put a bunch of modifiers on it to where it is like more. It'll use like the base cost would be less, but it ends up being more efficient with all these
effective
modifiers
with all the other shit. Exactly, that's what I was thinking too. And the way it works, I was surprised to see how it works. Because you have your main skill tree that you can unlock stuff to, and then you're seeing it right here, the customization system, which it looks at your ability and you have different effects on it. So there's effects that are things like on start, on hit, passive, on end, and you can customize that. So for example, on hit, you can have an ability that stuns your opponents when you use that attack. So on hit, it attacks them and it stuns them, but there's a cost to it. It lowers your damage by like 50%, your overall damage. But there's also other stuff like, heal on hit or heal on kill or cause fire on hit. There's a lot of different things you can customize with it. Even your range attacks, you can add homing to them or split your attack up into 3 parts instead of a single effect, increase the range of it. And there are equipable things you can find like gear. You find it like gear and you can equip that to the ability. And some of them work on more than one ability. So it'll tell you, oh, this works for physical attacks, works for elemental attacks. Again, the demo is really short, so you play with it with a pre-built character. Enemies don't drop too much to like get you to experiment with it, but I can see the potential there. So this is something I think I'm gonna like. And Wasabi, you're gonna like this. It has a map that shows up and you can fill out as you're moving, and it moves with you. So already there's an overlay.
So here's why I didn't play it yet, is because the Steam page does not confirm the support of controllers. Can you use a controller with this?
I didn't try controller because I played strictly with mouse and keyboard for ARPG, so I didn't try it. But I say give it a shot. Like, see if there is. I doubt the demo is going to have it, if I'm being honest, just because the demo was so bare bones. But I like what I'm playing through. You guys notice I didn't talk about the story in this game. It's because I don't care about the story. Like, when I play these kinds of games, I don't play with the story. So if you want to ask, how's the story in this game? I couldn't tell you anything about it because I skipped the story explanation.
Yeah, these are
but I do
games,
like,
not books.
Yeah, I liked what I was playing though. I mean, games have some games with the story have their place. ARPGs, I think, is not one of them. And this game is fun. I can see the potential in it. I'm definitely going to keep following this release. I want to try out the Elementalist class later. But I liked what I played through with the Berserker. I can see the potential here with the skill customization and the ability customization. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. I think I'm going to like this game once it drops. There's not a set release date yet. It's supposed to come out sometime next year. But I'm definitely going to keep following this game because I want a new ARPG. And the way this like lets you customize everything, it gets me excited.
All right.
And yeah, that's all I've been playing. So let's start with the elephant in the room. You know, big gaming news. GTA 6 had a pretty major leak last week on September 17th. A hacker now known as a teapot tuber hacker dropped a post with tons of data, behind the scenes data for GTA 6. We got to learn a lot of stuff about the game that people weren't expecting. It does have a female character. It has areas that look like San Andreas and Vice City. So there's ideas that there might be multiple different areas you can visit. But it kind of blew up the internet because it got so much attention with how it got so much attention just behind the scenes footage that no one was supposed to see, really. It was still a work in progress. But we could talk really quick about the fucking dumb takes people have had on this game.
Dude, infuriating.
Yeah.
It's so
absolutely infuriating on both ends. On both ends. One, all the idiots out there complaining about it. But two, I'm just gonna say something controversial here. Like, this is really not that big a deal. And for even like, I don't know if you guys saw like Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog was like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. I'm so sorry for all of you people and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this is not that big of a deal, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel the same way. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I'm like, is your game leaking like really the worst thing in the world? Sure, people are going to get an opinion on it they probably shouldn't be getting right now. But those are like, I don't think that's the majority of people. I think most people are like, oh, so like, yeah, it's a work in progress. Like, that's what it's going to look like.
Like, it's an early build.
Yeah.
You know what? And I am a GTA fanboy, self-admittedly. I thought it looked cool.
I thought it looked cool too.
I was like, okay, man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Rockstar keeps things very secretive, like they always have. And I guess the video game industry culture of secrecy, I've always found unnecessary. Because it's like, oh no, we're not ready to reveal it yet. We're not ready to talk about it yet. And it's like, look, everybody clearly wants this. Why don't you just say, hey, we're working on GTA 6 and it's going to take place in Vice City. We will show you more when we have it.
It's just weird to me because, like,
but that calms everybody down. Like, that works.
Yeah, it works, and it's weird to me that like they're making it seem like it's such like a big deal because, I mean, when Dead Space, the Dead Space remake was coming out, we got to see a lot of behind the scenes footage of that before the game was done.
Yeah.
We got to see like really graphically early footage where they're showing off like, oh, here's like the new breathing system we have. They just talked about like, oh, if your character is like winded and hurt, this is how they breathe, and they showed it off with some of the worst graphics the game could have had at the time.
Yeah.
And they had no problem showing that off. So it's weird to me that like Rockstar is saying that there's such a violation. I mean, it is. It's at the end of the day, it is stolen footage that wasn't meant to be seen. But to make it seem like this is going to break the game or cause trouble for the game is weird to me. I mean, you have those idiots that are like, oh, this looks terrible. This is awful for a finished product. It's not a fucking finished product, you stupid dildo. But
yeah,
I see bad takes on both sides of it. Everyone who's like looking at this, like, oh, I'm definitely not going to buy this now. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
No, okay.
Throw it out there.
Okay.
If you're the kind of person who saw this and thought like this was like what the game's going to look like, you're a fucking moron.
And for all the look, like I said, I don't think this is that big of a deal at all. GTA 5 is like the highest money-making media property of all time.
Oh, yeah.
GTA 6 is going to make more money than GTA 5.
Absolutely.
So no sales are hurt by this.
Yeah.
And Rockstar, honestly, like, if I feel bad for the IT security team because they are probably working stupid overtime or getting fired for even letting this happen. I feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for the developers or the publishers or the producers or anything like that because it's like, oh man, we couldn't reveal it in a big grandiose way 2 years from now. And it's like, well, nobody needs that either. You could drip feed us images here and there that are official and people will calm down.
Yeah.
It doesn't not every video game announcement has to be a big, huge spectacle. You could just be like, yo, we're working on something. Here's what it is. We'll show you something later.
I feel like it's just the game industry that is that like secretive about shit.
Yeah.
Because
it just doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like, a part of me is like, it's cool to see it this early, but I'm like mature enough to understand like that's not going to be the finished product. And I don't know where this like thread came from. There was like a Reddit post. Some guy was like, "Oh no, as a developer, I can tell you, like graphics are the first thing to get worked on." You're a fucking moron, dude.
Oh my god,
fucking
that
idiot.
has been hilarious. By the way, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of the people, not like first off, all the people just blasting that idiot to be like, you clearly have no idea how the video game industry works. But
Yeah.
also for the other, like there are threads of game developers out there now who are like, that's interesting because here's what the game looked like when I was building it, and here's what it looks like in the finished product.
But yeah, like Control, the developers are Control like released like really early footage of what the game looks like. Which, if you remember, when Control came out, the highest praise were the game's graphics.
Yeah.
And this is what it looked like early development because, of course, it did. It's not fucking finished yet.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. People were like, "Oh, this is what the game looks like. I'm not gonna buy it." Well, no, it's not done yet. You fucking moron! Like, what's wrong with you? Do you look at someone who's drawing a picture and you're like, "Oh, that looks like shit," and then throw it away? Like, no, it's not done. God, it's the fucking. I will never be surprised. I will never cease to be surprised by the fucking dumb takes people have on the internet. It's insane to me. But no, like this game, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to happen, like everyone says it is. But I also don't think like it's indicative at all what the game's gonna look like. It's cool we got to see some of the stuff early. I get it's a bummer. You wanted to announce it in a more grandiose way, like you were saying. Have like a big official reveal. This is what the game looks like. This is what to be excited for. I understand that. But now that it happened, I would recommend just leaning into it more. Have a dev diary.
That's what I'm saying. Lean into it. Be like, oh, hey, okay, well, now that you all saw it, here's currently what we're working on. We're trying to clean this up, or hey guys, sorry about the reveal. We will have an official trailer for this in about a year. So calm down.
Yeah, just address it like that. Like, it's weird to me that like people make it seem like this is the worst thing in the world to happen when
nothing is going to change. They are not going to lose a single penny of GTA 6 sales. It is still going to sell more than any other thing ever in the history of all time.
I agree. Again, the secrecy is so weird because again, like it's not equal among like every developer. Like again, the Dead Space remake coming out, we got a lot of early footage of that before the game was even polished.
Yeah.
We got some very graphically unimpressive footage of that game. Very early, very rough design. Just to show off little things like the lighting, again, or like the breathing audio, like I was mentioning. They had a whole developer diary. It's like 40 minutes of them talking about how breathing works in the game. And they had graphics that didn't look much better than what we saw in the GTA 6 like leak.
Yeah.
And that was an official statement from the company, like a dev diary. So it's weird to me that like people act like this is the worst thing to happen because it's not going to affect anything at all in the long run. I mean, look at fucking Naughty Dog with
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2. The whole fucking script got leaked like a week before the game dropped. That didn't hurt the sales. Like, come on. Like, let's be honest here, dude. Like, it's not the worst thing to happen. It's cool to see devs kind of coming together. Like, graphics are the first thing finished in a video game. Well, check this out, asshole. Like,
yeah.
I'm glad that the industry at large is like kind of like memeing on this asshole, but not even an asshole. He's a fucking moron.
He's just an idiot who thinks he knows game development. And,
he's a stupid dildo. Was all he is.
He's one of those like my dad works at Nintendo people. Like.
Yeah, that was like the most infuriating thing to come out of this.
But yeah, GTA 6 looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I've been excited. I am still excited. I'm going to buy it day one. I'm ready. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see this come out.
But yeah, this is going to be years away. Like GTA 6 is not even close to release.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited for this, dude. I can't wait till that comes out. It's cool to see like all the leaks and rumors. I'm not gonna go into like every single like thing that got leaked on it because I want there to be some surprise when the game comes out. But everyone
I watched 2 little clips, and I was like, I'm good. That's it.
Yeah, same. I know
Yeah.
some people don't have the same self control. Some people got like a good chunk of the game spoiled for them just from the leaks and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's on you. Like if you do that, honestly.
Yeah. If you want to spoil it, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, have fun.
Some updates. A 15-year-old got arrested, believing to be Teapot, the hacker. So we'll see what comes out of that. But honestly, how shitty is it to like get arrested and probably fined like millions of dollars for something that's so silly and dumb? Like,
Yeah.
like you just absolutely had to like steal that, put it out there for people to see. And people talked about it for a bit, but once the game comes out, it's going to be a footnote on the game's Wikipedia page. Honestly,
That's what I'm saying. This is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. No, the grand scheme of things, it's not that big a deal.
I forgot until somebody mentioned it on Twitter about the Naughty Dog 2 or the Naughty Dog Last of Us 2 thing. I was like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, I forgot about it too until someone on Twitter reminded me of that. Like it's gonna be a footnote in the Wikipedia page 10 years from now. I think Neil Druckmann said that on Twitter, and that's true. That's all it's gonna be, dude. Like, it's not a big deal. I feel like Clay and I kind of stole all the attention from this. Wasabi, what are your thoughts, man?
No, you got it. That's it.
Yeah, it's the best thing to come out of this really are like the fucking dumb takes people had that we could just kind of make fun of and meme on. Like,
yeah.
That's my favorite thing to come out of this so far is all these idiots that clearly don't know how game development works talking about like how they think that game development works.
Yeah.
Not just that, but another take I heard was just that people were like, "Oh, this is gonna ruin work from home, and the entire industry is gonna have shockwaves from this." And yeah, I don't know about that. Like, it possibly, maybe from like a security standpoint, but yeah.
The worst thing it might do, honestly, is people might get some more annoying like security systems on their work from home computers, and that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't know, but I'm sure there's going to be some annoying things. Maybe like 2-factor authentication is going to be like a standard. Which, by the way, like
that should be anyway. But...
Can we talk about like network security in general? Because most companies don't have the best network security. It's kind of embarrassing that 2-factor authentication could solve like 90% of most data leak issues, and it's not a universally standard thing yet. Like, it's weird to me. I use 2-factor authentication for everything.
I use it for anything that it's offered on.
Exactly, same thing. Yeah. But it's weird that these like multi-million-dollar companies are like, no, you can just use whatever passwords you want. Oh, you want your password to be password123? That's fine. Like, that's what, if there should be any ramifications for the industry, it should just be cybersecurity. And it should show people like, hey, this is how easy it is for your shit to get stolen. Maybe implement stricter password systems, 2-factor authentication. Just make that the default. And I'm sure like that could solve a ton of problems. Again, I'm not a cybersecurity expert, but as someone who does work for a living, I can tell you that most companies don't have a lot of effort put into cybersecurity. It's embarrassing. And that's something that should be worked on more than just work from home being taken away. But whatever. In other news, NVIDIA did announce a new RTX 40 series. I'm still on my 30, so
yeah.
But am I on a 20? I don't even fucking remember what card I have right now.
I saw the announcement on it. I'm not a PC gamer, right? But it was like I saw the announcement on it, and it's like $1,600 or something like that. And the head of NVIDIA was like, "Yeah, graphics card prices are only going to go up."
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's just what they want you to believe. Wait until AMD comes out and it's fucking like their top end is like half the price.
Yeah.
But
no, we get.
So here's the thing about Here's the thing about NVIDIA. Here's why I buy NVIDIA shit instead of like AMD shit. It's because NVIDIA has the features that I want, whereas AMD, like, AMD will get you on the prices. Like, they have the cheaper shit, but NVIDIA just has the features, man.
Oh yeah.
DLSS is a godsend.
Oh yeah.
Like, just being able
I
to
can
play.
squeeze out so many extra frames with DLSS. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, so it's the features that I want to highlight here. So yeah, they announced their top end cards for the next series. 4090 starts at 1600. 4080 16 gig is 1200, and they have another 4080 12 gigs, which from what I hear is controversial because they just took what would have been a 4070 or a 4060 and just labeled it a 4080 so they can get away with a higher price.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me too.
That's going to be 900. So already they're fucking up with these prices. So already I'm like I don't know if I'm going to be getting in on this. But then they show off DLSS 3, which they're highlighting with Cyberpunk, playing at 4K max with all of the ray tracing on, and you can't believe their numbers. Like, you got to wait for these things to come out and for them to like bench them and stuff. But you're saying it's 20 FPS with it off, and then with it on, they're getting like 100 something, 100 whatever, and I'm like, okay. This if that's what you can do, then that's now. I don't need 100. My monitor is still like 60 and shit. So
and my monitor's 75, so if I can push 75, okay. I'm happy.
Yeah, so I'd be good with something a little less powerful.
Yeah,
but,
same.
The new DLSS, they're saying it uses some new like frame interpolation. It adds what the current DLSS does is it uses AI to upsample or downsample from a higher resolution to a lower resolution, and then like upsample it back to whatever resolution you're running at. So if you're at like 4K, it'll go down to like 1440, and then output it at 4K without any like quality loss or minimal quality
it's
loss.
Processing at a lower resolution, but it's displaying at a higher one.
Yeah.
Which is really clever way to boost performance there.
What the new thing does, which is I'm questionable on, is what it does is it's adding new frames. It's adding fake frames to your game, so where it'll be running at like a 60 FPS, but it'll add a frame in between each frame to add new frames to give you like a 120 FPS. With fake frames. So basically what most TVs do, which is like smooth motion, or what like some TVs call it that, is they add fake frames in between. It's like, okay, this frame looks like this and the next frame looks like that. So in between, we're going to add a frame that would otherwise be there if it was running at whatever frame rate. And the problem with that is you get latency.
I was going to say, the latency is on that's not going to typically.
So it's questionable. They say they're using AI to do this. We would have to wait for this thing to come out and someone actually test this thing to see how that's impacted. But sounds cool if it actually, gives you your frames. That's awesome.
Yeah, if it works as advertised, that could be awesome. Yeah, it's just working as advertised.
Yeah. So that's awesome. They also showed off some new shit called NVIDIA RTX Remix.
Yeah.
And this shit is crazy. It's basically a modding platform that they can add in RTX effects to basically any game, or any game running like DirectX 8 or 9 or some shit like that. And they showed it off with Morrowind.
Yeah, and it looks incredible.
And it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's yeah, this could be fucking awesome. I think it's right now it's intended for old games, so that's why they showed it off
Yeah.
for Morrowind.
But even then, like, it makes Morrowind look like a new game. It's insane, dude.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah,
showed off a little bit how it works, and it literally, like, it doesn't just like add ray tracing. It also like scales up the assets,
yeah. The
like
textures.
RTX too, and it makes all the textures and assets just look better through AI enhancements. It looks
Yeah,
like a new game. It's crazy. Like, I can't believe how that looks.
yeah,
It looks like it's just working for in-game assets, so it's definitely possible. Some non-text related things like menus, UI interfaces will probably still look a little worse. But if 90% of the game looks like this, that's incredible. Like, that's really cool.
yeah. They showed it off with Morrowind. They also announced Portal with RTX, which they're using this. They're using the RTX remix to kind of do it. And dude, the Portal shit just looks. Now it's not like an automatic thing that just happens. It's not like you just load up Portal and then you just have fucking RTX on. It is like people have to go in. It's like a mod. It helps
You gotta select
modders.
the assets, modify it.
Yeah, so
But it
like
makes the process a lot faster because it's basically
yeah,
just clicking and modifying. You're not like having to re-add new assets or upload new textures. You're just clicking on an existing texture or model,
yeah,
applying this effect to it, and then it just makes it for the rest of everything else on that uses that texture and model. It's really cool.
yeah. So
Portal's so good.
Portal's so
Portal's good.
fucking.
Yeah.
I've not. This will make me go back and actually finish Portal because I've not. Yeah, I've ashamedly not.
I was
Finished
gonna
the game.
say you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, no, I
That
am.
Portal is just an outstanding game.
Yeah,
I finished it, but it's been long enough that I forgot all the puzzles. So
Yeah,
like this will definitely get me back into it because this looks
and then you can play Portal 2, which is even better.
yeah. Oh yeah.
oh, see, I've heard the opposite. I've heard Portal 2 is not quite as good.
Portal
But
2,
Portal 2 is amazing. Who's saying
I know it's
on?
amazing, but I've heard it just doesn't.
Portal
As a,
2 is like it is Portal 2 is worthy of a 10 out of 10 score.
I
Like
agree.
like there are no problems with that game. It's not
Yeah.
buggy, it's well written, it's fun as hell, it has challenging puzzles, and it's longer than Portal 1. So it's like they gave you everything you wanted that Portal 1 had, made it better and longer. And
It
I was
really
like,
it makes Portal 1 look like a fucking tech demo. Like it's
yeah. And it was just like, wow, Valve has delivered a perfect video game.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Portal 2 is as perfect a video game I think we have. Like if you want an
Yeah.
example of like a masterpiece game, Portal 2 is it.
Yeah. Like it is that
yeah,
good.
It's so good it makes Portal 1 worse by comparison.
Yeah, and Portal
Like
1 is amazing. And like
Yeah.
the complaint I had with Portal 1, and this is first world problems here. I wanted more.
Yeah.
It was like Portal 1 was so good that it was like, damn it, if only this game was longer than 3 hours.
To be
And then
fair, the
Portal
game
2
came out with the orange box,
Yeah.
so it was a
Oh, yeah.
bonus on it. To be fair,
Oh, I
like,
know.
$60 game.
And honestly, when I bought the orange box, I bought it just for TF2, right? And
Yeah.
like, and so, and then it's like, and then it was like, you know what? I've actually never played Half-Life 2. Let me play that. Then I played those, and that was great. And then somebody was like, oh, dude, you haven't played Portal yet? That's like the best thing on the orange box. And I was like, get out of here. And I played it, and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Yep, same. I had the same experience with this you
Yeah.
as you did. And but yeah, Portal's good. Portal's good. Portal 2. Point me to whoever's saying Portal 1 is better, and I'll show you a liar because they're fucking wrong. That's
Yeah.
I meme on bad takes. That is a fucking dog shit take. That is a
That's what I'm
terrible
saying.
take.
Portal 2 is, yeah, like first world problems. I just wanted more Portal. And then they gave me more Portal and they made it even better. And I was like, 10 out of 10. Like, I do not give 10 out of 10 easily. And I was like, there is nothing wrong with this game. It is all good.
Portal 2 is a masterpiece of a game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
anyway, enough stroking Portal. But yeah, Portal 2 is good.
We're going to start a Portal 2 podcast. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Jokes aside, yeah, this RTX remix, is fucking cool, and it makes these games look totally new. And again, it's been long enough that I played Portal. I forgot all the puzzles, so if this is officially what it's going to look like using RTX Remix, that might give me a chance to like dust that game off and give it another shot. It makes me want to play it again for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I double checked my settings, by the way. I'm running a 2070 on my rig right now, and it's doing me fine. So
Nice.
maybe upgrade to a 4080 once the price comes down. But
Yeah.
But yeah, this stuff is cool. Like you're right. The big thing that separates NVIDIA from everyone else is like the specific NVIDIA features that really do just make the world of difference in your experience in a game. Like DLSS alone, like lets me squeeze so much more power out of my games. It's insane. Yeah, I can't wait till the RTX 40 comes out. We can see some more cool shit. I want to see what the community does in the RTX remix. Honestly, I can't wait to see what else they do with that.
Yeah, throw that in like the Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, I know, dude. Oh, Knights of the Republic will look amazing. I'm excited. Yeah, we'll see what the community does with it because I can't wait. Coming soon to Game Pass because I mean we're kind of a Game Pass podcast, unofficially speaking. Unofficially speaking, but we talk about Game Pass a lot. We got a bunch of games coming out for Game Pass, dude. Deathloop just came out on the 20th. I wanted to play that forever. I downloaded it. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. I might try it later today. We'll see.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It looks good.
I went through it on the PS5 when it came out. It was okay.
Yeah.
It is definitely not what I wanted, which is another Dishonored game.
Oh yeah, if you went into it wanting another Dishonored, like I can see you being disappointed.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, all the Dishonored games are on Game Pass. So.
Oh yes.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hard Space Shipbreaker is available now on cloud, Xbox Series X and S. Spider Hack is available now for console and PC. Beacon Pines, cloud, console, and PC. Slime Rancher 2 game preview, cloud, console, and Xbox Series X and S. I've heard Slime Rancher is good, so I might check that out.
Yeah.
Moon Scars is going to be dropping September 27th. Grounded is getting its full release. It's getting out of early access September 27th. I can't wait for that. I like me some Grounded. I think it's it's the only survival game I actually have fun with. So I'm definitely going to be playing that once it drops for full release. I already played a bunch of it, so I can't wait till the full release comes out and I can get some more content on it. Valheim is going to be available on game preview for PC. And last but not least, Paw Patrol Grand Prix is dropping cloud, console, and PC September 30th.
I missed one.
So
Let's
if you're a
Build
fan
Zoo.
of Paw Patrol.
Oh no, you missed one. Let's
I
Build
missed
a
Let's
Zoo
Build a
is
Zoo.
coming out.
I did miss that. My bad. I did miss that. My bad. But yeah, we got quite a few games coming out for Game Pass. Dude,
I want to
again,
get into
we talk about this
Valheim.
every show. I did too. I want to try it. Everyone tells me how good it is.
Yeah.
So I'm down to try it. September 29th. What day is that? That's Thursday? Oh, I'm working that day. Fuck. I'll be up late. I'll be up late. I'll play it. Some quickie news. Marvel team is teaming up with Motive to create a new Iron Man game. Remind me really quick. Who's Motive? What have they worked on?
Dead Space.
Really?
Right?
The new Dead Space, though, right?
No, the old Dead Space. Well, no, yeah.
No, that was
that was Visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I have their page pulled up here. Okay, so they worked on Star Wars Battlefront 2 with DICE, Star Wars Squadron, and they're working on the new Dead Space.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that might be cool then. We'll see what happens with this. Honestly, like an Iron Man game with like Star Wars Squadron's flying mechanics might be pretty cool. But we'll see. We'll see if that actually comes out. And another quickie is PSVR games are not compatible with PSVR 2. Why the fuck not? That pissed me off so hard when I heard that.
I was like, dude, like, what? I was just kind of like speechless. I was like, wait, what? Really? Like that got approved somehow?
Yeah, PSVR is already a really tough sell and already has a very fractured like fan base. You're gonna split up even more by not making VR compatible with VR 2. That's insane, dude. That's insane.
Now it's a total different technology. I get that. Like PSVR 1 requires like the camera and it's like, and there's more setup to get it to work than what they're planning on PSVR 2, but it's like you can't just make that happen.
Yeah.
Like you can't just say, "Hey, you still have to have the camera, but we'll still make it work."
Yeah, that's weird to me. There's flat out like, no, it's not compatible.
I feel like
VR
they could
itself.
They could make like a little like compatibility layer that translates all that shit into what the PSVR 2 language would be. Like the little wands that the PS Move controllers, like those could translate like 1-to-1 to the new controllers. And
yeah, that's what's weird to me, that it doesn't work. Like that'd be like, dating myself a little bit, that'd be like, when the Wii came out, when they had that Wii Motion Plus.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, Wii Motion doesn't, original Wii games don't play on these controllers anymore. Like, it makes sense to me to like not program that in, because all it's going to do is split the fan base up even more. Like VR already has a very small install base.
Yeah.
And to split that up and fracture it even further, fuck that barrier of entry up even further. It's like they want VR to fail. Like, come on, dude, really? Like,
I feel going forward, and not just with Sony or anything. I feel like going forward, like starting today, anything that's created should work with the next thing.
I agree.
Like, stuff has to be created with the future in mind. I don't know if I can stand for, oh, that old shit doesn't work with this new shit anymore.
I agree.
They have to come up with, they have to think about what they're going to be doing in the future from now on, like everyone does.
If I can pop a Gen 1 Xbox game into an Xbox Series S, and be able to play it with enhanced visuals, there's no fucking reason VR shouldn't work with VR 2. Come on, let's be honest here. Like, it's weird to me that like this is still a problem, dude. Like, and it's something, it's something with VR, as small as VR is, like it's still kind of getting its foot in the door, I want to say, in the industry. It hasn't become a standard yet. And all this is going to do is just make the barrier of entry even harder.
It's not a standard, but also like on PC, the modders have found a way to make the Oculus shit work on the Vive shit, and the Vive shit works on the Steam shit. And everything just works together. Like, and these are totally different companies where all the hardware is different, but people are still finding ways to just, it just all works together. I don't see why the Sony shit doesn't work with the Sony shit on their own shit.
Especially when like the big sell with VR, because when PlayStation VR came out, it wasn't as powerful as like, everything else was on the market at the time. But the big selling point was like, hey, we're cheaper and it's easier to get into because you're not fucking around with like system settings all day. You just plug it in and it works. And to take that away with the newer system, like, all that old shit, it doesn't plug in and work anymore. Like it's backwards to me. It's like they want to dedicate time to VR without actually dedicating money to VR, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, or they just.
I think Sony is messing up just all over the place.
I agree. This half measure is like any chance VR 2 had, it was like ruined with this half measure, and that's the problem. They don't want to commit to. They want to commit too much money to it in case it fails, which guarantees it's going to fail.
We still don't know the price or the date for this thing, so
we don't. That's true. We don't know the price or date yet, but I'm not, I don't know, dude. I'm not confident.
I mean, the one was what, like 500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like PSVR was 500. This is supposed to be way better.
The Valve index is like 1,000. So
yeah. So like, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I'm not going to buy one anyway, because I'm like, I think VR is cool, but I don't necessarily need that in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing's gonna come out at like $600 or something like that, and it's gonna be like all 8 people are gonna be like, "This is the coolest thing ever."
I hope.
And
it's like
here's
600.
my thing. Like, me too.
It has features that the Valve index doesn't even have, and that thing's 1,000. So I feel like they're gonna be a little less than that.
And
if they can.
that's my thing too, because like the first time I tried a VR, I was like, this is fucking cool. I can really see that like being the big shakeup in the industry. The problem is the barrier of entry is so high. Like it's really hard to get into VR right now. Not just talking about cost, but like
especially since you
everything
also
else.
need a PS5 for this.
Yeah, exactly. Which is already like impossible to get. Like I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see what happens with it, but I'm very doubtful this is gonna like be successful now. But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, those Sony fanboys.
Yeah, Sony fanboys will buy it up. Like this is another thing I'll talk about Xbox really quick. When they did something like at least you could argue that they committed 110% to it. You know, when they announced Game Pass, they didn't do any of this half measure shit. Like from day one, they're like, oh, all our newest games are coming out on it. This is the price point for it. They were 110% all in on it, and
it's paying off.
It's paying off. Sony, they're doing these half measures that, in case it fails, they don't lose too much out on it. But the problem is they're guaranteeing it fails when they do that. So,
by the way, yes. So great example here because you said Game Pass because we are the official Game Pass podcast. Yeah, I have PlayStation Plus Premium, which is like
started on that. Oh my god,
which is like the top level. Like I have that, and I'm currently playing Power Wash Simulator right now. Why am I not playing on my PS5? Because I've already played all those games. There's nothing new to play. Yeah. It's like, hey, I can go play Ghost of Tsushima. I love that game. I beat it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like
also
Game Pass. Hey, here's a slew of games you all just announced that are coming to Game Pass that are brand new.
Exactly.
And it's like, all right, come on, Sony. Wake up.
The only thing Sony had going for it were some of their when they announced they were going to have retro games on their platform. But even then, like their library is super limited on what games they have available.
Yeah, it's not that big of a collection,
which is really annoying. Like I never thought I'd be praising like Nintendo over Sony, but look at here, like Nintendo subscription is quite a bit less than Sony's like highest tier.
Yeah,
and that's with their like N64 expansion already. Like it's a much more varied selection than what Sony has. Oh, I don't want to get into this. We'll talk the whole fucking show about it, but yeah. Every time Sony announces something, dude, I get less and less excited. It's a huge bummer because I used to be a big Sony fanboy. So now, like, what are they doing now that's gonna get me excited? So far, nothing. Speaking of exciting, we got some new trailers to look at. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind RTX remix overview. It's a whole separate like 7-8 minute video you can go check out on YouTube right now. We talked about it earlier, but it's really, really cool just how Morrowind looks with this RTX remix.
Yeah.
Same thing, Portal with running on RTX just looks incredible. That's another like 1 minute long world premiere trailer that just makes the game look brand new. It's crazy how good it looks. Spider-Man Miles Morales just got a new trailer for PC, which is cool. I like Morales a lot. I did like
that game is awesome.
Yeah, it's good. I played it on PS5 forever ago, and it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I really, really want to buy Spider-Man on PC, but I don't want to drop like $50 on it.
Oh, okay. One more jab at Sony here. One more, maybe for now. Why can I not get Spider-Man, not Miles Morales, Spider-Man on the PS5?
Oh, you're telling me about that. Yeah, like
why can I not get that still? Why is that a thing?
Yeah. Like Miles Morales is on their subscription, but not Spider-Man, which is fucking weird.
Miles Morales PS5 is on there. Spider-Man is not. It's only the PS4 version. If I want Spider-Man PS5, I have to buy the Ultimate Edition $70 version of Miles Morales. That's the only way you can buy that game.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's really dumb. Sony's doing a lot of dumb shit. Yeah, I've heard about that. It's a big problem for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
it's really stupid. Yeah, but Miles Morales looks good though. Like I really want to pick it up on PC, but I don't want to drop like all this money for a game I already beat. But I do want to play it on PC though. It's gonna look amazing.
Anyway. Yeah, just give it a little bit. It'll be on sale.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wait. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster. That's a fucking long name. Gate Rune and Dunan Unification Wars. Got an announcement. This is something I never thought would get announced. Like, I guess Suikoden's like popular, it's got its fans, but it's not like Final Fantasy, you know? This is a game I didn't think we would be getting a remaster for anytime soon or any sort of modern look at it, but here we are.
This is Konami, right?
This is Konami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People forgot all about fuck Konami when this was announced because they are excited about this. So
it's a pretty big deal. Like Suikoden's like in everyone, you can look at like any top 10 JRPG or top 10 PS1 RPG list, and Suikoden 1 and 2 pop up on there. But it's a game that was only available on those systems. Like, you know, you can get it on PS3 as like a PS1 classic, but there's no other way to play it modern now. And it's really annoying. And again, it's one of those games that like everybody loves, but nobody talks about now. And it's cool to see it getting its time in the sun now, probably because like that spiritual successor, what is it, Uden Chronicles, you know, getting attention. That's probably why Konami is like putting any effort into anything Suikoden now. But you know, I'm sure the Suikoden fans out there are excited for this. I'll have to wait to see when it comes out, you know, what the port looks like. It looks like there are some a couple enhancements to the environment and the backgrounds. So
do we know who's doing the actual remaster?
Not that I know of.
Because I mean, Konami's basically just in the publishing business now. Basically.
According to the Steam page, it's being developed and published by Konami. So
that'd be very surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, the development for that's not a pachinko game. What?
It's like, what? Here's that brand new Metal Gear pachinko game.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully this is a step in the right direction for Konami, but we'll see. Like, let me know once Metal Gear Solid gets a remake, and then I'll start paying attention. Fun fact, I love Metal Gear Solid, but the first MGS, I never played it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know the whole story just from like wikis and shit. I never officially played MGS. I played 2, 3, 4, 5, Revengeance, all of them. But
Wasabi's gonna go play Portal, and you're gonna play MGS.
All right, is Twin Snakes okay? I think I'm just gonna play that.
Twin Snakes is really good.
It's
like,
people
I'm
shit
the first
on
person
it.
to tell me that.
Yeah, if
Dude,
you no, it's fine. Like if it's your first, if you haven't played that game, you should just play Twin Snakes.
The gameplay is solid. Solid, huh? Get it? No.
Yeah.
The gameplay is good because they gave you like, you know, the first person aiming. It really makes it super easy. So like you'll just fly through the game. But the cutscenes are so weird.
Yeah.
Because like they got that the director like Ryuhei Kitamura, and it's like he's this crazy ass Japanese director, and it's like so the cutscenes are out there, man. They're weird. Yeah. Like anything with Gray Fox is awesome. Like they totally make him look like just awesome at all times, and everything else is just like, what is happening in this cutscene right now?
It's over the top. Weird. It's over the top. Yeah. But it's I don't know. It's entertaining, so yeah. I'm fine with it.
I'll check it out. It's just, it's funny to me because like I've never played the original MGS. Like I played every MGS game, 2, 3, 4, Revengeance, 5, all of them, but the first one. I know the whole story from like cultural osmosis, you know, and the wiki on like stuff I don't know, but yeah, I know the whole game. I just never played it.
I always felt like they should remake Metal Gear 1 and 2 before anything.
Well, I mean, so trying not to spoil too much, at the end of Phantom Pain, they basically allude to leading you
right into Metal Gear.
Into Metal Gear 1. Yeah. And then like, which is awesome because then it's like, oh man, they could do like a Fox Engine remake of Metal Gear. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and that's why.
And they didn't do that.
Yeah, and then they were like, pachinko. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like side tangent. Metal Gear Solid, Phantom Pain. If they just let Kojima finish it the way he wanted, I think that would have been like another 10 out of 10 game. If they just let Kojima finish it the way. Oh,
it's already 10 out of 10, even without all that extra shit.
Pain is just an outstanding game.
Yeah, it's already.
It's a great game that definitely bogs down in like the last third. because it just recycles a bunch of old missions and it's like super cutting corners. But that's what I mean, though. If it is like Kojima do what he wanted, easily it could have been like a masterpiece of a game.
What I don't get about that whole situation on Phantom Pain and, he was getting fired and all that stuff, it's like he has a reputation for going over budget and delaying games too many times, and that's frustrating. I get it, but it's like Konami makes so much money off Metal Gear.
Yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, I need another 20 million to finish this game. They should just be throwing money at him.
I agree.
Just to be like guys,
with Death Stranding, like,
well, yeah,
it is, but like it's successful.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. It's like they should just be dumping truckloads of money on Kojima just to be like, yeah, he's way over budget and it'll be out in 2 years. We're going to make a fortune off this game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And they should have just ate the cost.
I agree. It's a huge bummer. I want to live in another reality where we got the game Kojima wanted to make.
Yeah.
But oh well. But yeah, enough about Konami. Fuck Konami still. Like, this isn't
Konami.
This doesn't change my mind on Konami yet. We'll see. They haven't done a Capcom where they completely like reverse their image yet. We'll see what they do. Yeah. But up next, this is a game I was really excited for, Phantom Fury. This was announced at Realms Deep, which is like 3D Realms is like big expose on like new upcoming games they're working on. This game looks cool. This looks like
to Ion Fury.
Yeah, which I never played. Yeah, which I never played, but I heard it was good. But what's cool with this is that it looks like, remember like when Duke Nukem Forever got announced? Like way back when?
No.
All those like those
I was gonna say
way
like
back when.
Like the first time or the second time or
yeah, right. The first time. The very first time it got announced. A lot of these environments look like that old trailer.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of done on purpose because Ion Fury was kind of like, a throwback to old, like, pixel first person shooters. And it looks like Phantom Fury is kind of a throwback to like, when those shooters went to 3D for the first time. Anyway, this looks cool. This looks really, really cool. So this game looks fun as hell. Like, there's a lot of cool shit here that I really, really like. There's so much. The game throws so much shit at you that's like both really serious and really funny.
But also, like, it looks like it has a good. It looks like it has a good variety to the gameplay. It looks like a Half-Life is what I'm. Like if that first game was like a Duke Nukem, this is like a Half-Life to me.
I can see that, yeah. I can see that for sure, but it looks so much like that 2001 Duke Nukem Forever like trailer that can't have been like a coincidence. I think that was on purpose. It was kind of inspired by like what that Duke Nukem was supposed to look like. Like, here's the 2001 like E3 trailer for Duke Nukem. You'll see what I mean. Like, it's very, very comparable to it. Like, a lot of the camera angles like are definitely a throwback to that trailer. Like, there's no way that was on accident.
They're probably maybe it's their shake it, baby. God, what year is this? 2001.
2001, yeah.
I actually beat Duke Nukem Forever. That was not good.
That's not great.
It does look very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, this has got to be a throwback to like that. Now, does that mean like, oh, this is the Duke Nukem Forever we would have gotten 2001? No, probably not. But there's definitely a sense of self-awareness there.
Yeah. That
I wanted to point out. And then in something nobody expected, Trombone Champ.
My God, there's so many people streaming that.
Yeah, it's like a huge thing. And is this actually a good game, or is it just like the meme factor that's got everybody into it?
I believe it's just meme stuff because I was watching. Yeah,
I heard it's a little of both. I heard it's both.
I mean, it actually looks fun, but it's. I mean, I can totally see it just kind of being forgotten in a month.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. until somebody, YouTube videos like, expert level, 5 stars, whatever grading system they do in the game.
Yeah, this just kind of like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it kind of took over the internet for a little bit. I mean, I'll check it out for sure. Like, I want to know if it's just the meme stuff or it's actually a good game. But like Wasabi said, it sounds like a little bit of both.
Yeah, I heard it's actually good. I heard like the trombone shit isn't just like, it's not just a meme. They actually make it work with the rhythm game systems at all. Like, it makes sense.
I can't wait till someone releases like a trombone hero controller. Like, that's gonna happen.
Oh,
soon.
that would be dope. I can plug my trombone in to my PC.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
See that being a thing. I think it's gonna happen too. It's gonna happen soon. But yeah, that's all for the quick trailers. There's some more stuff from the Realms Deep. From the Realms Deep show, they released a little bit. It's a whole live stream. It's like 2 hours of like releases and content. So check that out if you have the time. But we got to get on some game releases. We have the Spirit and the Mouse releasing September 26th for PC and Switch. I've never heard of this game, so I don't have anything to say about it.
It's a puzzle platformer mouse simulator.
Yeah,
from the looks of it.
Cute little game.
Yeah.
That's September 27th. Oh, we got a lot of releases coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot.
September 27th, we got Black Witchcraft releasing on PC. Anime as fuck looking game, so go check that out.
It's a action RPG.
It's like a Metroidvania, like 2D action RPG, which actually looks pretty cool.
Like, it looks like a dishwasher almost. It looks like
like those
yeah.
Oh god, like kind of like those like that Blood Rain Betrayal game that Way Forward did forever ago.
Oh yeah.
But like,
get pretty good reviews.
The original release didn't, because people complained about how hard it was, and then like, when it got re-released, like last year and a half ago, the reviews were a lot better because we had this huge boom of like hard as fuck platformers. So
right,
and also they added voice acting to it, which was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so people were definitely more favorable on it the second time around than the first. But what's cool with this is that this game references a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stories, which is really neat.
Yeah, I was seeing that, but I can't tell from the gameplay. Well, I don't know much about Poe.
Yeah, I know a bit. I was like super into Poe like in high school because I was like a fucking dumbass edgelord, but jokes aside, like his writing is really beautiful. Like there's really good, poignant. There's something beautiful about the mix of like melancholy and word choice he uses. He's a very distinguished writer for a reason. But looks like the inspirations here are more just surface level. I doubt there's going to be any real like thesis or literary analysis of his work here. It looks like it's just like an aesthetic thing that they're going for, but it still looks cool. Like nothing to complain about here.
Maybe just it doesn't translate to the actual like gameplay here, but it could be something.
Yeah, maybe. But it looks cool. Like it looks like a game I might be into, honestly. This is a game I definitely would have been into like back in high school. So We'll see. That's coming out on the 27th. Grounded is getting its full release November 27th for PC, Xbox One, and Series X. So go check that out. It's definitely worth it. Wasabi and I played it a couple times in the show, and we had fun with it every time. It's a good game.
Man, Rick, that's going to be hard to get that game, right?
Not really, because you can get it day one on Game Pass. It's available now.
Oh, no way.
Jokes aside, like if you play on PC, you should have Game Pass. Honestly, like
I tell people that, and they're like, "No, I'm good. I don't want to give Microsoft any more money." And it's like, yeah, you're not going to escape that, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I want to give Microsoft any more money, and then they go and buy like the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah,
like, hey, that's me. I'm people. I did that.
Yeah.
I was so against like Game Pass when it got announced. I went out and fucking bought the Master Chief Collection on PC. And now I regret it because I could have spent that money to get like a couple more months of Game Pass instead.
Yeah.
But no, jokes aside, like Game Pass is a great deal. Everyone should check it out. We also have Hako Life dropping for PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Animal Crossing, like That's all I can really say about it. It looks a lot like Animal Crossing. So if you want to play Animal Crossing, we don't have a Switch.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
But it's also coming on Switch, so
I mean, it's yet another option. This is the year of the life sim.
Dude, for
we're
sure.
Just drowning in these now.
I want to get I like this trend. Don't get me wrong, but when are we gonna get a year of immersive sims or rhythm tie-in games? That would be cool. Wake me up when it's a year of the rhythm shooter.
Yeah.
Or year of the rhythm everything. Give me a rhythm clicker game right now. I will eat that shit up.
Oh, that would.
I don't know how it would work, but do it.
Yeah.
Get me a rhythm-based idle clicker. Someone make it happen.
That would be crazy.
I will eat that game up. That would be crazy. I would eat the shit out of that. Next, we got Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. These Legends of Heroes games, dude, I've heard so many things about them. Everyone tells me how great JRPGs these are, but I've never played them.
Yeah.
I think I don't know where to start. There's so fucking many of them.
There's a lot.
I think they're all on PC, so I think that might be the only option to play all of them. But is it Final Fantasy? Do I need to play all of them, or does he start with the newest one? I don't fucking know. Someone explain to me, please. I want to get into them, but I don't know where to start. Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection is dropping on Switch just Switch on September 27th. This is an entire collection of the Life is Strange games.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
That came out as a remaster on everything else, but now I guess they're just getting not a remaster. I don't know.
The description says it features remaster visuals, so
Okay.
Vastly improved character animation using full facial mocap performance.
Okay.
Life is Strange remastered only.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So I guess Life is Strange 2 doesn't have that.
Okay.
But I mean, did Life is Strange 2 even get a remaster though? I thought Life is Strange is the only one that got it.
Well, Life is Strange 2 is not in Life is Strange 2. So this is the Arcadia Bay collection.
Oh, so this is Life is Strange and that prequel, right?
Before the Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does have Life is Strange Before the Storm remastered is in here. So I'm not sure why it says Life is Strange remastered only. It's a weird release. So
yeah, it is.
But yeah. It's on Switch.
Yeah, it is weird.
So I don't know. Maybe they're doing something weird for it.
Maybe. Moon Scars is also releasing on 27th PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X.
Everything.
Everything. Moon Scars actually looks pretty cool. It's like a grimdark Metroidvania style game. Kind of reminds me of Blasphemous, but less creative with its visuals. But still looks cool. I say that because I don't want to shit on this game, but Blasphemous uses Spanish Catholic imagery.
Yeah.
Which I never see in games ever. Any grimdark fantasy games, we're gonna base it off the Middle Ages or the Renaissance or the Italian Renaissance or something, But never ever do games do fantasy games do any other type of fantasy but Eastern European. So it's cool to see Blasphemous here we're gonna do Spanish Catholicism in our imagery. That was really neat, especially someone who grew up Catholic. It was cool to see that grim dark interpretation of it. Also, if you get the game, I'm gonna throw this out there as a fan of it. They just got a re-release of the game with the Spanish dialogue. Play it with that. It's a lot more authentic. I know the game originally released in English, but trust me, it hits much harder in Spanish. Just do it.
Is it voice dialogue?
It's voiced in Spanish, yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
They had a whole trailer where they're here's a bunch of Spanish voice actors doing voice work for the game. And it's fucking incredible, dude.
Wow.
And it's as someone who speaks Spanish, not perfectly, but speaks it pretty well. They're all Castilian Spanish, so from Spain is this type of Spanish they're speaking, and it just beautiful. It's great how well it works with the game. But no, this is Moon Scars. It looks cool. It looks. I'm sorry, but Blasphemous is a cool game. I can talk about that game forever. But Moon Scars looks really cool. It looks like it's doing a lot of the same things Blasphemous is.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shit on it. It's not. I don't want to sit here and compare it to Blasphemous. That's not fair. But this game looks really cool. It's doing enough stuff that's really neat. I like what I'm looking at here so far. I might check this out. It's going to be on Game Pass, so that's where I'll be playing it. But if you take anything from the show, go play Blasphemous. It's good. Tunic is getting released on Switch, PS4, and PS5. This is actually really cool. This is
so
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
Game is so good.
Yeah.
I need to try it. It's on Game Pass, right?
It is on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass.
I'll go check it out. That wasn't a bit, but I really do want to play it.
No, this game highly recommended. What I tell people on this game, and Wasabi, you sound like you played it, so like,
yeah.
What I tell people on this game is do not look up any guides. Like
the only guide is in the game.
The guide, yeah, like the game gives you like an old school NES instruction manual that you are collecting pages for throughout the game. That guide, that book tells you everything you will ever need to know in the game.
Yeah.
I'll go check it out.
But it does it in like a non-spoiler cryptic way. So like you'll be lost, you'll be stuck. Like, hey, what do I do? Just pull up the manual and start looking through it, and at some point something will click and you'll be like, oh crap, I need to go do that next.
Oh
yeah.
I'll check it out for sure. If it's on Game Pass, like I have no excuse not to try it. I don't know what it's time.
Phenomenal game.
Yeah. And also don't be afraid to turn on the
cheat mode.
Yeah, the cheat modes. It's a
Souls
totally
like.
Yeah, it's a Souls like, and that's the worst part of the game, I think. But everything else.
I totally did that because later in the game it actually gets pretty hard.
I didn't turn it on until the final boss. I'm proud of myself for that, but I did end up turning it on. So
I turned it on. It has what we're talking about, Rick. The game has a built-in like God mode.
Okay.
And it also has a infinite stamina. Which I used the entire game because I was like F stamina. All right.
Yeah, that was Wasabi. That was your big complaint, right? It's a stamina system. You didn't like it.
I still need to record. I still want to record a full review on this game, but that is If I had any negative, it's that. It's the Souls part of it is like the worst part of this game. The stamina shit, terrible.
I'll give it a try. I'm gonna try it the way the developers intended, and if it gets really annoying, I'll turn on some of those cheat modes.
Yeah.
Game is awesome though.
It's not like a hidden thing, the cheat modes, right? Like it's in the game. It's like
it's like you go to like options, accessibility, and it's right there.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I might give it a shot then.
Game's awesome.
You can check that out September 27th, or if you have an Xbox or a PC now, you can play it on Game Pass right now, or just buy it if you don't have Game Pass. You guys are the first people to tell me how good this game is. I've been hearing from the grapevine, just Twitter, YouTube, that it's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
September 28th, we are getting Deathverse Let It Die on PC or PS4 and PS5. That's a game I didn't expect coming.
I don't know what this is. This kind of just showed up here. I've not heard anyone talking about this.
It's supposed to be like a
battle royale. I want to say I've played it.
Well, so Let It Die came out years ago on PS4.
Fun fact, Let It Die was one of the first games we looked at.
Yeah, it was one of the first quick looks.
There was a beta for this not too long ago that I played. Yeah, it was okay.
I don't. It's a battle royale.
I'm not a big battle royale person, so I was like, eh.
Well, I wasn't a big I wasn't a big Souls-like person, but Let It Die managed to grab me. So
it's over the top enough to where it's like this is different and unique, and that's the thing about it. But I don't know, battle
is
royale.
Grasshopper, right? That's who worked on the first one. No, it's Suda51 that worked on the first one.
Yeah, it was
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper.
Attached to this one at all?
Not from the. It says Gung Ho Online is doing this one, so in Super Trick Games. So don't know if they're still attached to this one, but it is still that world. It's that universe. So interesting.
According to Google, Suda51 is still did develop Deathverse, but
okay. Yeah. So, Battle Royale, Let It Die. That game did have some PvP in it, but it wasn't most of it wasn't like real time. You weren't really fighting real people. You could, but
Yeah.
not. You usually weren't. Uh,
Yeah.
so this is interesting. It's gonna be free to play, so
I'm definitely gonna check it out. I like Let It Die. I never finished it, but I liked it a lot, so I might check
yeah,
this out too.
yeah. That game did have a bit of pay to win aspect to it, so I don't know what they're gonna be doing for
Oh, I
this.
totally remember this now. Yeah, there's a gameplay element in this that kind of just pissed me off all the time. It's like as you're battle royaling and just running around these giant maze-like stages to try to find people to kill. There's like an AI that just kind of goes on a rampage, and it's just like while you're killing everything, this thing is constantly killing everybody else as well. So
Wow.
it's like you'll be in a gunfight with somebody or like a melee fight with somebody, and then this AI character will just show up and murder both of you. And then it's like, well, you're out.
That could be a cool mechanic if it's done well. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I totally forgot about that because I was like, I hate this thing.
yeah. This, I mean, I like when shit mixes up the battle royale formula. So if it's like different, if it's not just a standard ass battle royale, that's kind of like why Fall Guys was so popular, and then kind of fell off
Yeah.
hard. But
yeah,
like this could mix it up enough to where it does have some time to shine.
yeah, I agree. So, I mean, we'll see when it comes out. I'm definitely gonna try it because I liked Let It Die. So,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna try this. This is
Death
exciting.
Jamboree.
Yep. Deathverse, Let It Die. Never Awake is also releasing on PC September 28th. It's like a bullet hell shooter with like a really cool art style. I kind of dig it. Kind of like if like Vanillaware maybe made a bullet hell shooter, it might look like this. Maybe I'm giving too much credit. Maybe not Vanillaware, but like, it looks cool. Add it to the wish list. Oh, it's got a demo. I'll try out the demo.
Yeah, this is. Yeah. I like Bullet Hell. I haven't played one in a while.
Yeah, same. Speaking of Bullet Hell, we got Bullet Soul releasing on September 29th for Nintendo Switch. Another Bullet Hell shooter that looks pretty neat, actually. It's more traditional, looks like,
Oh yeah.
but it could be cool. Then Bullet Soul Infinite Burst. I don't know what the difference is. This.
It's infinite.
I mean, one's I was just gonna say that too. It's gonna be like, I mean, one's infinite, so there you go.
Then we got Dwarf Romantic. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a peace building strategy game. It's a strategy puzzle game. Like Civilization, but it's supposed to be more wholesome and peaceful. Could be a good twist in the formula. I'm not a big fan of those, but it could be cool. Then Little Witch Nabeta. This is a visual novel. No, it's not. It's a third-person shooter. Okay.
Why did you just go in like this must be a visual novel? And
Exactly. That's exactly what I did. Well, the very first image looks like a visual novel, and then like the second image, like, oh no, it's a third-person shooter.
The tag says Souls like.
Yeah, the tag says Souls-like, so I'm not sure. Like, but she's got like a crosshair. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Be a third person shooter Souls like. Magic.
We have that though, Remnant.
Oh yeah. This is more magic based, it looks like. She's got a wand or a staff.
The reviews are all mixed. At least the recent reviews are. It's early access. This is coming out of early access like on the 29th. It might be worth checking out. All right, it's my wish list.
Oh, it looks like it was like a review bomb or something going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. I haven't played any of the Pathfinder games. Everyone tells me that they're good.
Someone fucked up this doc.
What? Oh, that might have been me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was me. My bad. I might have just copied it and accidentally dragged it. But yeah, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is dropping on Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One the 29th.
Is this a
It's a
Diablo?
CRPG. No, it's a CRPG.
I'm out.
You know, like the D&D video games, KOTOR.
Yeah, what you're saying is I can't use a controller for this video game.
I mean, probably it's releasing on console too.
Oh, what you're saying is I wouldn't want to use a controller.
Yeah, probably. Then Post Void is also releasing on the 29th for everything. This looks cool. It's like this really weird, like hype, like psychedelic FPS roguelike. It looks really trippy.
Yeah, it's got
I've heard about this
overwhelmingly
game for a while.
positive.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a roguelike. Interesting.
And it's only $3.
I feel like I would have a seizure playing this.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, the guy that made Raw Fury
or
from Raw Fury. The guys from Raw Fury. The guys that made Raw Fury and Hotline Miami. The other developers are coming in and giving their 2 cents about this game, saying it's awesome.
I gotta check it out then. It's like $3, so it might be worth checking out on PC at least. I don't know if it's gonna carry the same price over to console, but we'll see. Let's try to get the ball rolling on this. Railgrade is releasing PC and Nintendo Switch September 29th. It's a management sim for transportation and trains. So check that out.
The trains are popping right now. I don't know what's
Trains
up.
are popping right now. It's weird to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the obsession is with like trains and like big trucks, but there it is. We got Sam and Max. I got the hiccups. Sam and Max Beyond Time and Space Remastered releasing on PS4.
Great games.
That's what I heard. I haven't played any of them, but I heard good things. I feel like I would like them. Sam and Max Save the World Remaster is also releasing on PS4. That's another one to go check out. This is the Telltale game, right?
Classic Telltale.
Yeah. Yeah, classic Telltale, and it's been like remastered. From Skunk Ape Games.
It's a Skunk Ape.
Is it really Skunk Ape? Or are you fucking with me?
No, I'm serious.
Skunk Ape Games. This is a game I'm excited for. Valkyrie Elysium is dropping on PS4 and PS5. This looks really cool. It's like this hyper action Square Enix game. It was originally developed by Platinum, so I don't know. I guess Platinum like dropped out of it, or they dropped them out of it, or something. But it still looks cool as hell.
I don't know if you had Square is blaming Platinum for their poor sales now.
I heard. I mean, Babylon's Fall like failed. I hear. Fun fact: I hear that like GameStop is pulling them off the shelves, and if you just go in and ask for a copy, they'll give it to you.
Really?
Yeah, it's free right now. Yeah.
I might have to do that.
You just go in. Yeah, try to buy a game with it. They'll just walk in like, "Hey, can I get that like Babylon's Fall?" I try to buy a game like, "Oh, while I'm here."
I don't need to buy anything.
What are you guys doing with that Babylon's Fall?
I'm not walking to a GameStop to buy a game. I can do that on the internet.
Well, why are you going to go in and get a free game that you can't even play? It's a PS5 only. It's only on PS5. You can't even
play
I
can have it. I mean, I don't want it, but if it's free, I'll take it. You know.
Also, Valkyrie Profile Lenneth is dropping on PS4 and PS5 that same day. It's a remake of the original Valkyrie Profile on PS1, but this is also a port of the PSP remake of that game. That's what Lenneth is. I did a lot of research on this. I've always wanted to play the Valkyrie Profile games, but they're like impossible to get a hold of.
Yeah.
So now here we go.
Is it ports from the PSP version? Now they're saying it's a port, which implies that they're not doing any work on it. Is this the case?
That's what I've been told, but honestly, like, if you see what Valkyrie Profile Lenneth looks like, there's really not a lot. It's a sprite-based, turn-based RPG. So I don't know how much they could really do to this, but we'll see.
I mean, you're going to be playing it on a console,
That's
assumedly.
true.
You could at least like up-res it or something.
Didn't this get delayed? I thought this got delayed because I had like some more work on it or something. Yeah, I got delayed to December. Yeah, this doc isn't accurate.
Well, I get it from the most accurate source available, which is Wikipedia. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a thing on Twitter where they announced that the game's getting delayed to December.
interesting.
So they can improve the quality of the title. So they're doing some work on it at least.
Okay.
Hey guys, I got a split.
Oh, cool. Head out, man. Peace
Cool.
out. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Good show.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
See.
Thanks for joining. But yeah, let's wrap this up. We're almost done. We got Arrowheart releasing September 30th. I don't know what game this is. Oh, it's like a Zelda-like.
I'm in. Oh, you said Zelda-like? Yeah, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah. But like original top-down action Zelda.
Oh, I'm out.
Are you really?
It's very Zelda, though. Oh, yeah. I thought it was in the wish list. Yeah.
And
It's a
next we
Link to
got
the
Blade
Past,
Assault. Yeah. Next we got Blade Assault. This looks like it was made for me. It's a 2D action roguelite platformer with pixel art. Okay, I'm into this.
Oh, yeah. This has been out from this is a NeoWiz joint. Which means
What do they work on?
I think they're Korean.
They did that Lies of P game.
Yeah. Well, they're publishing. I don't know if they're like developing that one, but they're publishing this. Yeah, typically they do like MMO type shits or like yeah.
This looks cool. Okay, I'm into this. I'm adding that to my wish list. I think I want this game. Bunny Park is also releasing for PC, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Series X. It's a bunny farming sim game. Looks cute.
Great.
Yeah,
We
great.
needed that. Is there
And
any
then
violence
FIFA
in
23.
this?
Is there any violence in it? Probably not.
No, it's not. It's not. I thought it would like flip. Yeah, I thought it would like
Oh, it was like one of those like, we thought it was a cute game, but it's actually like really violent and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is what it looks like. Speaking of games that are what they look like, FIFA 23 is also releasing. There's no joke I can make here. It's FIFA 23. Like if you want this,
Fun.
nothing I can say is gonna convince you not to buy it or otherwise. If your mind's already set on this game, there's nothing anyone can say to like change your mind.
Yeah. This game almost didn't happen until they made it happen. So
Yeah, good on them. Lemon Cake is also releasing. It's a baking sim game.
lemon cake.
Kind of reminds me of like, what is that game? Overcooked? What it's called?
Overcooked. Yeah. But I
Reminds
think
me of
this
that.
is more casual.
Yeah. My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure. Why do these ponies look different? Is there a new My Little Pony show out?
Oh, they do look. I think it's just because it's in 3D.
But none of the characters look familiar. I don't watch My Little Pony, but like, when you're on the internet as long as I've been, like,
Yeah.
you know what My Little Pony is, and this doesn't look like. I don't know. This might be a new show or something. I don't care enough to like look into it.
Maybe. Actually, it looks not bad, or the like cinematics look pretty good.
Play as Sunny Star Scout. There was not a heterosexual word in that whole sentence I just said. But no, jokes aside, like I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. I'm just making a joke. I don't know what this is. It looks like a 3D platformer. Collectathon.
Yeah. It's a video game.
I'll ask my wife about it. She knows My Little Pony. I'll ask her about if there's like a new show out or something. And then last but not least, Paw Patrol Grand Prix. So if you want to play as the titular Paw Patrol, play as a cop dog with special ability to pull over minorities. This is your game. You got a lot of controversy. He pulled over and shot a black lab. very upsetting.
Really? Wait, what?
No, I'm joking. But but you believed me. That's the fucked up part. Is it sounds horrible. No, jokes aside, like it's a cart game. It doesn't really look like too serious. It looks pretty slow and casual for most cart games.
Yeah.
And these aren't like fast carts. These are like big police trucks and like fire trucks that these dogs are driving.
Yeah. Looks like it could be fun. Kart racers you'd be surprised. Like an unassuming kart racer could also be like the best kart racer ever. Like sometimes these things just they just pop off in a way where you just don't expect.
Yeah, I'll check it out then. Like
that Disney one.
Recommend me a kart racer then. The Disney one, is it good?
I had one and I lost it. No, Disney. No, the Disney ones are like good. Fuck, there's a Disney one on N64 that's made by Rare.
What?
Mickey's Speedway USA.
What?
Yeah.
I never heard of this game. It's made by Rare? Are you serious?
It's a Rare game, so it's like Diddy Kong Racing, but better.
Holy shit. I never heard of this. No one's ever talked about this game before. This looks amazing.
It's fun. It's good, dude. It's good. And it's like all the tracks are like based off of popular cities in the US.
I never heard of this game.
And it's like it's funny because what is it? Like they have Chicago and it's just a sewer.
It's cool. I'll check this out then. I never heard of this game before.
It's good. It's fun. So
I'll definitely be checking this out. This looks dope as hell.
There you go. But that's what I'm saying. Like some of the best ones are like ones you wouldn't even imagine being good. So
I never even heard of this. Like I would have thought like, more people would be talking about it if it's a Rare like kart racing game.
Yeah.
When you think Rare, everyone else talking about like GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I think because Diddy Kong ate its lunch a little bit. Like Diddy Kong was like the one, but yeah, that one's. I think Mickey's is better.
This looks cool as hell. I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna play as Goofy and then just like yuck all over people.
Yeah, I like. I like Daffy or not Daffy. That's
Donald.
Donald.
Yeah. I'll check this out then. That's really cool. I'm gonna look into this game some more. That's gonna do it for the show, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody that was here. Special thanks to Clay for joining us. We always love having him on the show. Again, everybody, we do this live. So if you want to come say hi, you can come say hi anytime you want on Saturdays between 8 o'clock when we start. In the meantime, Sabi, tell people where they can find us, man.
Gameoverse.com. Gameoverse.com/Twitch. Gameoverse.com/YouTube. Gameoverse.com/Discord. Soon, Gameoverse.com/radio. Exclusive. I'm bringing the radio back, guys. The radio is coming back. I know everyone loved it back when it was happening before. I'm joking. No one gave a shit. But it's coming back. So I'm bringing it back.
Check us out, guys. We're also on Discord, so check us out. We always respond. Come leave a like, come leave a comment. Tell us what you think. In the meantime, everyone be safe and be cool. Be excellent to each other.
All right.